Me, myself, I am very concerned about how I'm going to pay for college. I get good grades in school and all of that, but I mean, how far are the good grades going to get me?
Like a lot of people think, well, if a kid is smart and getting good grades and they can get the financial aid they need, well, then they're going to be off to college. And in fact, that does not appear to be true. An awful lot of low-income kids never really make that transition, even if they do have the grades.
Students of color that are enrolled in our public schools, on average, 75% in poverty. White kids, 20% in poverty. 20% is too high. 75% is just beyond the pale.
One of the kids that I work with, actually, she can go to school every day because she works a full-time job, and part of her monies is to go towards her family, and that's one of the roles that she has to do in order to, keep food on the table, or whether it be keep the lights on in the house.
I have a school with 83% of the students, by definition, by federal definition, living in poverty. So that's roughly 900 of my students are living in poverty.
I think that the reasons for the achievement gap can be summed up in that single word, poverty.
My lunch is reduced because of the amount of money that my mom makes, but nobody sees that she struggles every day about the regular things that a parent has to do, and bills, the regular bills.
We also have, I have my support from my brother Ismail. He's letting us live in his house, and he won't really tell us to pay the rent, but we help him pay the rent. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't even have a home to live.
So this is what you call insufficient funds.
I first moved out of my mom's house when I was 16 years old. Basically just disagreements on a lot of things. I'm 18 years old, and I'm currently living on my own.
I clean up the backyard. That's why I get a 40% discount on my rent, which helps because I'm a teenager without a job right now.
And here I am at school. Okay. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
I think Cindy would be a good example of many of the students we serve at Roosevelt and in the Minneapolis schools, in that she's had to overcome some significant challenges in her life, including high mobility and poverty.
Mobility is the impact of homelessness and highly mobile living situations.
We didn't have anywhere else to go. We can't pay for the rent. Even with the whole family there, we've already had the electricity shut off on us at least 3 times. And so then my mom couldn't pay for it, so we had to go somewhere. We lived at Mary's place, downtown Minneapolis. And so we stayed there for 6 months.
And I ended up homeless, and then sort of missed a lot of school last year. And then I ended up in the Bridge Transitional Living Program. They help you get your apartment or help you get jobs and stuff like that. Help you live on your own. So stressful, but I don't know, try to focus. So I ended up going to the library a lot.
Studying, I stayed after school a lot. The library was my sanctuary.
It's not just students that are at Shelter A. It's students who are doubling up with friends and relatives, couch hopping, living in their cars, or move on a fairly successive, rapid pattern.
I've moved about 7 times since my 16th birthday.
I've been to 16 schools my whole entire life.
When I was here, I estimated how many times we moved total. Since the stuff that I remember was 38 times,
I've been to approximately at least 6 schools within 8 years I've lived in Minnesota.
I might go.
Yep. Cindy has remained focused through that. She has figured out, I think, what we're trying to teach, which is that education is a stepping stone to bigger and better things. I do have other students who have faced similar barriers and who it really does affect their applying to college.
In many cultures, there's a hesitancy to borrow money, even though most financial advisors will tell you the best debt you could take on is an investment in your own education.
Post-secondary tuition has been rising. double digits for well over a decade now, arguably getting beyond the ability of financial aid to offset that. And so working class, middle class to lower income folks are finding it much more difficult to take that big jump of taking big loans and to pay for post-secondary.
My wife and I started the Page Foundation in 1988. We came up with the idea of providing financial grants to young men and women of color who want to pursue their education beyond high school. And we wanted to do it in a way that would encourage and assist them in making that decision. We also require them to go back into the community where they come from or back into the community where they're going to school to work with young children, specifically in the area of education.
I'm planning on applying for all types of scholarships and grants and funds to help me get to the college that I want to go to.
This is my brother and sister getting home from school.
Hi, guys. I'm Tiara's brother.
Why do you want to go to college?
So that I can get my education. Like sometimes if you don't go to college, you get like jobs that don't pay good money and stuff.
So you want a job that pays good money?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.